What's up, guys? It's Marcus from Perspective Sports, and today we have a lot of news for the free agency day one recap. I may end up making another video because it is early in the morning still, but there is a lot of news, and without further ado, let's dive right into it. The Warriors and Steph Curry agreed to a 5-year, $201 million SUPERMAX deal that will pay Steph Curry around $40.2 million a year. And for a 2-time MVP, 1-time unanimous, a 2-time NBA champion, 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA second team, a member of the 50-40-90 club, the list goes on. So to keep a long story short, Steph Curry is well worth the money. Keeping it on the West Coast, the Los Angeles Clippers and power forward Blake Griffin agree on a 5-year, $173 million deal that'll pay him about $34 and a little over $34.5 million a year. The Clippers are clearly not in rebuild mode, but instead they're attempting to retool and try to build a winning team around Blake Griffin, which will be interesting to see because post Chris Paul era, they don't have a real point guard, and you definitely need a point guard in this generation to win. And you need a small forward. They have neither. So it's interesting to see how the Clippers will attack free agency and the trade market. The Minnesota Timberwolves and point guard Jeff Teague agreed to a 3-year, $57 million deal that'll pay him about $19 million a year. I thought the Timberwolves would go for Kyle Lowry, but Teague is a better fit with this core. He also saved the Timberwolves millions of dollars because you would have had to pay Kyle Lowry about a 4-year, a little over $100 million or $90 to get him to come. So this deal is pretty much what Minnesota was looking for, and they pretty much give you the same production. Obviously, Lowry averages about 7 more points, 22 a game. Teague averages 15, and Teague averages 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Sean Livingston and the Golden State Warriors agreed to a 3-year, $24 million extension that'll pay him about $8 a year, and this was critical for the Warriors. Because with Andre Iguodala flirting with other teams and being likely to leave because they're going to throw money at him, they needed to bring back Sean Livingston at least, as Iguodala and Livingston were clearly the Warriors' 2 best bench players and were a critical piece in winning both of their championships that they won and getting there to the 3 straight they've been to. And bringing back Livingston will take a lot of pressure off of the guard rotation and will definitely help the Warriors, as they're now targeting Rudy Gay as a replacement for Andre Iguodala. So the Warriors are in a good place as long as they would have kept one of them and they kept Sean Livingston. New Orleans Pelicans and point guard Drew Holiday agreed to a 5-year, $126 million deal. That's about $25 a year. And the Pelicans needed to get this deal done. They couldn't afford to let him walk in free agency. As we all know, DeMarcus Cousins is a free agent next year and can just leave. And in order to keep Anthony Davis happy, you need to keep his pieces around him. But man, they overpaid. Holiday averaged almost identical numbers to Jeff Teague, but makes $69 million more. Both average 15 points and 4 rebounds a game. Holiday even averaged 1 less assist per game. His health is also a concern. But they had to keep this core together and pull the trigger even if you had to overpay. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. And the Pelicans just had to bite the bullet. There was some big news surrounding Paul George last night. Yes, he was traded. But I'm going to present to you 3 trade offers. Which one do you take? The Boston Celtics reportedly offer 3 first-round picks and 2 starters. One of those starters include Jay Crowder. The Lakers offer Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, and 2 first-round picks. Paul George is likely going to end up in Los Angeles anyway. That's where he wants to be. And the Oklahoma City Thunder offer you Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis. You're taking the Lakers or the Celtics, right? Nope. They took the Oklahoma City Thunder offer. And now they're stuck with a bad contract in Victor Oladipo, who's owed $84 million over the next 4 years, and Domantas Sabonis, a player I like, don't get me wrong, but will never be a star in this league. And if you're rebuilding, what do you want? Assets. They got none in return for Paul George. You could have had 3 first-round picks, Brooklyn or not. Could have had 3 first-round picks. Indiana was upset because Boston didn't want to give up Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. Get over it. 3 first-round picks, Jay Crowder, you're in a good spot. The Pacers reportedly wanted Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram. You're not getting it. He's going to LA anyway. They can just wait you out. But they were generous enough to give you Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, and 2 first-round picks. But no, you're mad because you couldn't get one of those. So you take the worst offer that you have been offered ever for Paul George. Because you were upset because the Celtics didn't want to give you Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, and you wanted Lonzo Ball or Brandon Ingram from the Lakers. So at the end of the day, Kevin Pritchard, you just hurt your job security big time. In other news, the Warriors small forward free agent Andre Iguodala met with the Spurs today and is set to meet with the Houston Rockets and a couple of other teams. The Milwaukee Bucks and guard/forward Tony Snell agreed to a 4-year, $46 million deal. The Chicago Bulls and center Cristiano Felicio agreed to a 4-year, $32 million deal. And San Antonio Spurs point guard Patrick Mills agreed to a 4-year, $50 million extension. And also Gordon Hayward does meet with the Miami Heat today, set to meet with the Utah Jazz later on, and the Boston Celtics. So that's all the news for today. Let me know down in the comment section, what do you think was the biggest surprise? How do you feel about the Pacers, getting robbed? And Sam Presti, give yourself a round of applause. You just robbed Kevin Pritchard in the Indiana Pacers. I'll see you guys down in the comment section. I'm out.